The twin suns of Allura Prime were just beginning to rise, staining the metallic district with streaks of gold and violet. The Orbital Youth Tournament, the most anticipated multi-species competition in the sector, would begin in less than a week, and the training grounds of District 9 were overflowing with young aliens practicing their chosen sport, gravball. It was a fast-paced, zero-gravity event combining acrobatics, magnetized gloves, and full-body inertia control harnesses. Every species had their own strengths, and every child dreamed of joining the professional leagues one day. Every child except Rylah. Rylah sat alone on the bleachers, legs dangling, listening to the echoing thumps and metallic clangs inside the practice dome. Her soft lavender skin shimmered faintly in the morning light. For small head crests, typical of her people, flattened in disappointment as she hugged her satchel tighter. She couldn't play gravball. Not anymore. Her right leg, once agile, fast, capable, had been replaced by a static, stiff metallic brace after a shuttle crash 2 years ago. Her species, the Illyrians, were known for their aerial grace. Without full mobility, she couldn't jump, couldn't flip, couldn't twist in midair the way the sport demanded. When the coach approached her, her crests drooped further. Rylah, Coach Breck rumbled gently. His reptilian snout dipped in sympathy. We finalized the roster for District 9.
I'm sorry.
You're not on it. She nodded. She already knew. It didn't hurt any less. I understand, sir, she whispered. Coach Breck scratched the side of his thick, scaled neck awkwardly. We'll still need volunteers for equipment checks and scoreboard duty. If you want to help. She forced a smile. I'll think about it. But she knew she wouldn't. Watching others do what she loved would only remind her of what she had lost. As the coach walked away, Rylah slid off the bleachers and limped toward the perimeter exit. Her metallic leg clicked with each step, too loud, too rigid, too slow. Every child she passed was buzzing with excitement. Every adult was discussing predictions about which district might win the tournament this year. No one looked at her twice now. 2 years ago, she was the rising star of District 9. Now she was the girl who used to be good. Chapter 1. The Human Mechanic. The workshop district was quieter at this hour. Smokestacks puffed peacefully, and the tang of heated alloy drifted through the air. Rylah's uncle owned a small supply shop here, but was away this week. She wasn't expected to take care of anything, just keep herself busy. Still, she found herself drawn toward Bay 14, a garage known for repairing everything from shuttle engines to household drones. And for employing the strangest alien in District 9, a human. Humans were still relatively new to the sector. No one quite knew how to classify them. They weren't the fastest or strongest or smartest, yet they somehow managed to excel at nearly everything they touched. They were adaptable, persistent, stubborn to a fault. And Aiden Ward, the chief mechanic of Bay 14, was notorious for being all three on a good day. Rylah stopped at the open bay door. Inside, sparks burst like miniature supernovas as Aiden welded a panel. He wore thick gloves, protective goggles, and a grin that suggested he genuinely enjoyed whatever chaos he was causing. You're staring again, he said without turning around. Rylah flinched. I wasn't staring. I just came by. Aiden flipped the welding mask up, revealing messy dark hair and a grease-smudged jawline. He looked far too awake for someone who had probably been working all night. You look like someone who needs breakfast, he said. I already ate. Okay, he nodded. So, you look like someone who needs a distraction. She tried to keep her expression neutral, but humans, annoyingly, were good at reading faces. Aiden wiped his hands and gestured toward a crate. Sit. Tell me what's wrong. Rylah hesitated. The air smelled like warm metal and ozone. Comforting, familiar. She sat on the crate. They released the gravball roster today, she said softly. Aiden nodded slowly. And you're not on it. Her eyes widened. How did you know? You only come here early in the morning when something goes wrong. And you've been practicing for that team all year, even if you pretend you're just passing time in the empty training dome. Heat flooded her cheeks. I wasn't. It's okay, he said gently. It's a big deal to you. She swallowed thickly and looked away. It doesn't matter. It's not like I could play anyway. Not with this leg. Aiden crouched down so he was level with her. Rylah, who told you that? No one had to. It's obvious. It's only obvious if you stop trying. She shook her head. You don't understand. My people were born to move, to leap, to fly. Without both legs, I'm basically useless in gravball. Maybe your people were born to move, he said. But you were born to fight for what you love. That's different. Her throat tightened. She didn't know how to answer that. Aiden stood abruptly. Wait here. Before she could protest, he vanished into the back of the garage, rummaging loudly through metal crates. Clangs and muttered curses echoed through the bay. After 5 minutes of mechanical chaos, he reappeared holding something long and wrapped in cloth. He placed it carefully in front of her. What is it? Rylah whispered. A project I've been working on, Aiden said. And I think it's time you tried it. He unwrapped the cloth. Inside was a leg. Not just any prosthetic leg. This one was sleek, jointed with adaptive alloy, embedded with tiny grav stabilizers, and decorated with glowing blue lines. Rylah's breath caught. That can't be for me. Aiden shrugged. Who else would it be for? But why? Humans don't even play gravball. Why would you build something like this? Because someone important to me once told me they were done trying. I couldn't fix what they lost, and I lost them too. His voice softened. I'm not losing someone else to the same lie. Rylah stared at the leg. It looked impossibly advanced. Beautiful. Hopeful. But how will this help me? She whispered. It won't, Aiden said. Unless you let me install it and train with it. She hesitated. But something inside her sparked, something she thought she had buried 2 years ago. Okay, she said slowly. Do it. Aiden grinned. That's what I like to hear. Chapter 2. A new kind of gravity. The installation process wasn't painful, just strange. The prosthetic interfaced with her neural pathways through a soft internal adapter. Aiden guided her through calibration, each step lighting up the leg's inner circuits. When she finally stood, she felt weightless. The leg adjusted instantly, balancing her stance. How does it feel? Aiden asked. Rylah took a tentative step, then another, and then she ran. She sprinted across the workshop, faster than she had run since before the crash. The leg had shock absorbers that mimicked natural movement and augmented it. She turned, leaped, and, without thinking, activated the grav stabilizers. Her body lifted. She remained suspended for a full second before touching down lightly.